Welcome to my channel. Today I'm making a very different vegetables. It has different names. Punjabi is called Kachalu, Urdu is called Arvi, English is called Taro root. But it's very famous in Punjabi household or in Peshawar. When we were growing up, I remember having this vegetable very often. It's a very tasty veggie and I think you guys will really enjoy this recipe. For this recipe, I have 1.5 pounds of Kachalu, Arvi or Taro roots. Then I have pre-boiled lamb, and I have told you guys that what I do is when I get fresh lamb, I boil the entire thing and I make packets and put it away. So that makes my cooking really quick and fast. Then also I have bunch of cilantro, 5 tomatoes, 4 green chilies, 1 tablespoon of garlic, and half tablespoon of ginger. With tomatoes, I am going to puree them, and these I'm going to cut them in small pieces. Our number one step is going to be peeling these. Just wanted to show you how they look like once you go to the store and you're looking for this, so you would know. And I'm wearing gloves. Warn you one thing about this vegetable: when you're peeling it or washing it, make sure you wear gloves. There's something in this veggie that makes your skin kind of itchy. All we're going to do is just peel them. Just take a peeler and just peel them, and then I'll show you a next step after I'm done peeling. Veggie has some kind of a sticky substance. If you had made okras or bhindi, it has the same kind of lace in it. I'll show you how to get rid of that after I'm done peeling. Here I am done peeling it, and I cut them in small pieces like you would do potatoes. And now our next step is that we are going to add a lot of salt on this. We'll just cover this with the salt and little bit of turmeric we're going to add on this, and then we just mix this really good, and we will leave this as is for 10 minutes. Then we will wash this. I'm using pre-fried half cup of onions, and if you don't have that, you can use a large onion and fry it before you start cooking. I prefer using pre-fried onions. Number one, it makes your cooking faster. Number two, you use so much less oil, and you can buy these onions in any Pakistani or Indian stores. Since I pre-boiled the lamb, we take the fat out of the yakhni when it's pre-boiled. So I have no fat left in this lamb anymore. So I'm using half cup of oil, and if you are using fresh lamb, you can use 1/4 cup of oil because lamb itself has so much fat. So the other ingredients we need: 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin or zira powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander or dhania powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of red chilies, and I'm using half a teaspoon of Kashmiri chilies. This is just to give the color to our gravy. This is very optional. You don't have to use that. Here's our veggie that we had salt and turmeric on it, and you can see how sticky this is, right? This is after 10 minutes, and now what we are going to do is just wash it really well, just like this, and we'll add water to this and we will wash it. I'm using the strainer and I'm using the cold water to wash this really well, and then I'm going to put it back in this bowl and add this back to this and add some more salt, and we will leave this for another 5 minutes and wash it again. More salt and turmeric. Don't worry about adding so much salt because once you wash it again, everything will come off, but this will cook so much better than not using this method. If any stuff is left on it, you can peel it at this point because it's so much easier to do now than when it was dry. We are going to wash it again and make sure all the salt is out. You can see how nice is this looking right now. It's very clean and it's not sticky anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-boil this for 10 minutes because since I have a pre-boiled meat and I don't want to boil this with the meat, otherwise my meat will be overcooked. So let's go ahead and boil this for 10 minutes and then we'll come back to our recipe. Pureed all my tomatoes with 1 green chili in it. so that will make our cooking even faster. I have a half a cup oil in here, and so number one step is I'm going to brown my garlic. As always, I like to use a lot of garlic. It's really good for you. Try to use garlic in all your cookings. Like I said, if you don't have pre-fried onions, you can fry one large size onion and then add garlic to that. And now I'm going to add all my dry spices in here. We're going to brown this. And I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of water and mix this. Now I'm going to add tomatoes to this, my tomato puree that we made. I'm cooking on high flame. We're just going to cook this. I'll cover this for 2 minutes on medium high so our tomatoes are well cooked. I'm going to uncover it. Tomatoes are already done. Now flame is on high. At this point we are going to add the meat. Since I have a pre-boiled meat, so I'm going to cover this on medium high for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm uncovering it after 5 minutes. This is looking good. I'm cooking on high flame now. And let this get brown a little bit. I'm adding 1/4 cup of water in here, and I'm going to cover this and let it simmer. It's been 10 minutes since we are cooking this. Now at this point we are going to add our veggies, Kachalu, Arvi or Taro root. We added that. I just want to show you that I boiled this for 10 minutes only, and they're still not that soft because I want it like that. We are going to cook this with our meat so it will taste better. So now let's mix it. I am adding 2 cups of water. Mix it once and let it boil once, and then we will cover this. Okay, it started boiling, and now we are just going to mix it like this. We don't want to use too much spoon because, as you remember, this veggie was very sticky, and if you use more spoon, it's going to get more stickier, or it will have a lot of lace. And now we are going to cover this and cook on medium high for 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, so let's uncover and see. It's looking good. And I'm just going to check my veggie and see if this is done or not. Wow, it's perfectly cooked. You can see. Now we are going to add our green chilies, our ginger and cilantro. Half I added in here and half I'm going to keep for garnish. And now we are going to cover this for 5 minutes, and our dish is ready. And I will just simmer it on low. Flavor of our chilies and cilantro and ginger is mixed with the curry flavor. It's been 5 minutes, And now I am going to dish it out. This is a curry or salan dish, so we have to have some liquid in here. Now we are going to go ahead and dish it out. So here is the time to dish out our beautiful dish. Now let's garnish it with cilantro. So I hope you like my today's recipe, and please do subscribe to my channel and thumbs up. Stay blessed.